Okay, folks, what are we talking about? Tuesday, the 31st of January, 2023, and time marches on. So we've seen a lovely trade here on the S&P this morning. Short P-Val, down we come. It's a beautiful thing. That's one of the core trades. Lovely short here this morning. Down we go, hitting QP-Val target, or PVH targets. Boom, done. Now, can this market come back up to the 40.57s range high? It was 55s. I've adjusted it just a touch. Sure, it can, and tests around here. We were looking at tests onto that area yesterday. Bammo to the downside. Lovely shorts there yesterday. All of us jumping on board with that. Hopefully, all right. More of the same with the SPOOs today. We fit into QPVAH here. Some buyers obviously coming in against that, but we are balanced down. Okay, so any trade against this 57s area is going to be kind of interesting, especially against the trend up here. And then we'll just yield, I think, lower prices before we get into FOMC, which is tomorrow night, the Jay Powell show. So that's the SPOOs. Oil. Well, again, more shorts that we're on here on oil today. We're testing, retest here back at VWAP. I kind of jumped on this trend earlier. Down we go. Lovely yield there on that short. Testing now on VWAP again. We are balanced down, remember. So any bids back up to P-Val will be sold here, and then yield, I think, greater downside. So if you had a bit of this, I think it's just going to bring in more of that. So do keep an eye out for that on oil. I am still short this market though. And ultimately, I think what we've had here is a general breakdown from trade against 82.53s on the top, and down we go. Some of the guys getting into longs here actually on your oil yesterday, 78.02s, well, 78s back up to test the gap, and then bang that back down, new lows on the session to close out there on oil. So well done to those traders in the room. So you can see here on the daily bars, that high on day coming in on that 78 handle today. What was support yesterday, now resistance, and taking in some of that downside. Bit of a trend to look at here. I'm taking these 2 days as the trend start, and you can see that the market has pretty much roundly respected that area, but certainly not something you could be kind of lean on long short here with your stops below, because you're going to get absolutely put over the coals there. So I don't like taking a long should we get down there on this trend, and that's why I'm generally taking that off. I know a few people are going to have that on their chart. So yeah, look, I think if we trade against P-Val today, I think it'll be selling. And yeah, I think it's just more downside here on oil to be had, guys. And I would now actually prefer to be seller higher up. So that's oil. Let's see what else. Get the NASDAQ on here. Yesterday, lovely action on the NASDAQ coming in. Shorts against P-Val. There it is. Bang. Trade it. Down we go. That's one of the core 4 trades. Easy peasy, Japanesey. And then coming in against that trend this morning. Turn around. Back to VWAP. Let's see what happens from here. I'd be looking at potentially shorts against that P-Val there. Definitely not longs. Well, if the market's up there, the longs are dead. Well, in terms of getting in on them, it's somewhere we want to be scaling something out. So yeah, that's it on the NASDAQ. And Dow, yeah, coming into quite some support here. Monthly VWAP on the bottom on Dow there, about 33,577s. I think it actually breached just a little bit, but you can see that's yielded definitely higher prices since that support came in. Do I think we're going to now rally further up high in the Dow? Yeah, actually, yeah. So let's kind of tidy this up a wee bit here. I'll take this flagging off. Sorry. All right, so just getting some breaking news on OPEC there. But however, back to the Dow. Look, we've got a lot of levels here. I'm just going to tidy this up as much as I can, and we'll leave it a bit like this for now. So really, this yellow area, big line in the sand. Talked about it before. When we were below, a lot of excess into this area, sell the highs. When we're above, excess into this area, buy it. Right. Well, now it's kind of flirted back and forth. I think it's gradually now trying to put in the inverse here. So when we're above, buy the dips into this area and trade back on up. So on the team we use a much more sophisticated edge than just simply simple support and resistance like this. So do be aware that any of the buyer or any of the trades selling down into here will be well supported as we look for higher prices on this market. But for me, I think we can easily go sideways until we get to tomorrow evening. To be honest, you see in the last 2 days here, Monday, Tuesday. Monday, Tuesday here. Basically, trying to find these buyers down here. I think we can go sideways. So do be aware of that, boys. And dollar, we've seen a lot of dollar strength coming in, inbounced up here on the PVAH, holding high. I think the target is up here on 103s, we'll call it. For the Dixie, so do be aware of that. I'd be essentially selling if we pull down on Dixie to PVAH. I think that would be good selling opportunity at that point for the euro. So that might even be PVAL here on the euro, 0.8900s essentially. So do keep an eye out for that sort of trade today. All right, that's it for me for another PUS session. Have a good one.